This is Inelia Benz for Ascension101.com. I'm here in Sacramento in my backyard, and today I thought we could explore the issue of barriers. The reason I wanted to talk about barriers is because these are coming up big time for all of us at the moment. We're moving slowly but surely into an area in time-space where this is really, I don't know if to call it a test or a hurdle or simply a point of choice for us, all of us individually, of whether to move on to the new paradigm or to stay in the duality dark-light paradigm. And there's really no judgment on either of those. There really isn't. Some of the ways in which this hurdle or resistance, barriers, have come up are in a very huge desire to retire, whether it is from work, from our relationships, from our mission, or from life. We simply feel a very powerful sense that it's time to retire. It is our interpretation at an energetic level of a big, really thick type of wall that we're going through in time-space. It's like a door, and we need to push the door open, basically. Now, if you're really ready to retire and you're thinking, you know what, that's all very well, but what if I retire? Does that mean I'm choosing the old paradigm? No, it isn't. It doesn't actually mean that. It simply means that something within your own timeline, within your own life, has to shift big time. And that's where this barrier has come up. One of the things that happens is, and we go back to the same old exercise, the fear processing exercise, which you can find under the Tools menu tab in the site, is that most resistance or most barriers that don't allow us to move forth as quickly as we want or reach the manifestations or the life that we really want to have on the planet are based on a very low vibrational kind of energy packet. And this low vibrational energy packet is invariably fear. Whether it's our own fear, whether it's an injected fear, or whether it's artificial, somebody else's fear, whether it's the collective fear, it's really quite irrelevant, because if this fear or this package or this vibration or program wasn't in our own lives, then we wouldn't be feeling it. So it doesn't matter where it came from or who put it there. The fact is that it's there now, and because it's there now in our own field, we can shift it. One might think, well, why bother shifting it if it's not going to, affect anything or it doesn't really make any difference? And I would say that when we feel that type of resistance or blockage, it means that whatever is on the other side must be really worth getting, really interesting. And that's why the resistance and barrier has come up. It feels very much from my conversation with other workers, ascension workers around the planet, that this is quite a common problem right now. A lot of people are feeling or have felt in the past few months that they want to retire, they want to move on, or they want to give up. So it is something that we can really look at and explore and see where we want to go from here. For me personally, if anything comes up like this, something that's resisting, whether in myself or from outside, but resonating within my own field, I see as a challenge. I see as, you know what, my decision, I like to take my own personal decisions from my own choices, from my own desires and my own moving forward, as it were. I don't like decisions to be imposed upon me, whether through my own programming or barriers that were placed there by myself or others. I want the choice to stop to come from a place of joy. And that's the key. If you look at yourself now and you see the sense of wanting to give up or wanting to let go or stop what you're doing right now and move on, or not move on but just stop, have a look and see, does this desire come from a place of joy? Does it, when I think about, yeah, I'm going to retire right now, does it fill you with a huge sense of relief and joy and a sense of freedom? Because if it doesn't, then it's something that we really should look at and process, because it's not out of our own free will. It's an imposed thing, whether by ourselves or others. Like a program that kicked in to stop us achieving something or to make us create that last choice. And that's why this is one of the last hurdles, or one of the last choice points of the shift, whether we move into a more empowered paradigm or stay in the same light-dark duality paradigm. That's why this is a choice, because if this desire or this blockage or this barrier is coming in through feeling frustrated, angry, fearful, and all these other things that one might feel tired, then you can be sure that it is trying to stop you from moving on to the new paradigm. That's all it's there for. It's just one of those programs that kicks in. It could be at a genetic level, it could be at a social level, collective level, or a personal level. But it's there, it's in our field. That will prevent us from really taking off and really partaking in our own life creation. It doesn't necessarily stop us from moving into the new paradigm, but it does stop or limit what we can achieve in it. So what I would suggest would be for us to take a few minutes now or over the next few weeks to sit down and really look at this. And the exercise is basically the same. One would, for example, right now, I could scan my own field, my own personal field, and I can spot the sense of retirement, Yeah, I want to retire. I was asked to go public with this information in 2010. I've been working on it for 1.5 years. And I'm ready to carry on with my life now. So that would be the sense that I'm getting. And then when I look behind that desire, I find a sense of frustration. So I look for it and I find that it's in my heart center, just behind on my back, right? And going up towards my throat. I can feel that really big sense of frustration with regards to the entire mission that I'm here to accomplish, which is to raise the vibrational level of the planet. Now, there's no logical reason for this frustration, it's just there. I could give it reasons, I could put words to it and say, oh, not enough people are waking up, and not enough people are doing the fear processing exercise, not enough people are taking responsibility for their lives, and most people are just wanting to be saved and they're not listening, and all these type of things. But that's not it. That's quite irrelevant. Because for every person who does not want to take responsibility for themselves, there's others who do. And who are going to the website and they are downloading the fear processing exercise. They are getting the Ascension course and working with it to raise their personal vibration and really, really move forward. So it's not about that at all. It's just excuses to give meaning to the block, the energy signature of wanting to retire. And the frustration that comes, that's giving the reason for it. But there is no real reason, it's just all, egoic perhaps, or it could be simply to find a reason, because you can't really have a frustration and not know why. So I would suggest for you to do the exact same thing that I did just now. Find it in your field, find it in your body, see where this is coming from, what barrier is blocking you from achieving what you want to do, achieving your mission. How is it coming through? Is it coming through as a desire to retire? Is it Is it a frustration of some sort? Is it fear? Is it tiredness? Is it wanting to do something else now? Have a look, have a real good look and see if you think about retiring, whatever, is it coming from a place of joy? So joyfully you want to move on and start doing other things. Or is it coming from a frustration or other negative emotions? And then if it is from a negative emotion, find it in your feel like I did. Find it in your feel. See where it is. Where's that emotion? Where's that sense? And then just look at it. Sit with it. Allow it to exist there. Just let it exist there. For me, it would be frustration. And I think it's also laced with a little bit of fear. So frustration and fear, you're welcome to be here. You're welcome to exist here. I allow you to exist in my field, in my body. And that gives a huge sense of release of that frustration. Just allow it to exist, allow it to be there. And just look at it. Sometimes it moves into the emotional body, sometimes it moves into the mental body. And allow it to, and think, if you get messages in your mind or emotions, welcome them too. Allow them to exist. Allow them to be there. Allow them to grow. And because we don't want to become the process that we're doing, once you're done, even if it hasn't gone completely away, but you've had enough for today and you continue tomorrow or later, infuse it with light and love. Allow Source to come through and infuse it with light and love. The energy, where is it? Infuse it with light and love. Whether it has morphed into an emotion, a thought, or it is still there as an energy that you feel in your field, infuse it with light and love. And reintegrate it into yourself. As we move through these last few months that at a collective level are very significant, whatever happens between now and March next year is going to really move us at a collective level. If the collective really needs drama, there will be drama. But if we have by then moved on and shifted enough energies and raised the vibration enough, we won't need any drama. We won't need any movies to watch, as in, in real life, to shift us and to move us into the new paradigm, or move us firmly into the old one, through fear and through anger control. So it's important for all of us to take full responsibility for what we're feeling and really go in and do the work, process it. Take note of what things are coming up for you and don't let them pass. Have a look at them immediately. Be very diligent and impeccable on your actions and also on any emotions or feelings that are coming up. Have a look at them closely and process anything that might be low vibrational. Again, if it's something that's coming up but it's based on a sense of joy, then that's a good positive move forward. But if anything that's coming up, that's coming through frustrations of any kind, of fears or anger, then it's something that we really look at, not just for ourselves, but for this beautiful planet as well. The more of us who take charge of our own processes, the better. I hope this has been of help to you, and if you think it will benefit somebody else, feel free to forward it to them. And I shall see you next time.